1:30, and they broke the news to us, and they had us go to the dorms, pack our stuff.
The staff on site would not say a word to us, but sources tell us it was shut down after recent cuts at the Department of Labor, which oversees the program.
I didn't want him to be a statistic, so I wanted him to be focused and get his education.
16-year-old Carlton Davis lived here, and his mom recently lost their house, and there's more.
I have breast cancer surgery next week, so now I'm debating having my surgery canceled so I can make sure my son is okay.
I'm livid. I am livid. I cannot believe this.
Community activist Pastor Mo trying to help out here after getting calls from frantic mothers. He's worried about the short and long-term solutions for these kids.
The ones who are trying to get it right. This is why I'm so pissed off. These are not kids are in a youth home who got caught in a crime. These are kids who are trying to avoid getting caught in a crime.
Enzo?
You can come back to me on this. I really don't have anything to say. I'm looking it up right now before I say anything.
Yeah, I know nothing about it.
Yeah. I guess it was part of the cuts or whatever. That I guess they supposed to be closed by the end of June.
So they're gonna highlight that one, huh? That's gonna be the new narrative.
Yep.
That's what's gonna happen.
Yep. Which I mean, I don't see an issue with it. Because I was just like Enzo. I didn't really know too much into it, and I started looking into it.
Yeah, no,
and it's really just a babysitter.
All right, so let me ask you this, right? What was it designed for? Because it's cut for a reason.
It was supposed to be to give troubled kids a career path.
And it ain't working, obviously.
Yeah, because I've known about it since a kid, growing up in the hood in KC. Like a lot of guys who dropped out of school would go there. Like my cousin that's locked up, he went there and became a concrete mason, but never got to use it because he was locked up at 19. But yeah, so it's really for like a lot of the troubled youth, but the program hasn't been what it's supposed to be. Like they say the graduation rate is like 38%, and they say the median income of a graduate or somebody to come out of there is $16,000. What can you do with that? You could barely buy a Nissan Altima with $16,000
a year.
Yeah, $16,000 a year.
Well, they go and get a trade. So some of the people, it's like he said, like it's low graduation rates, and then a lot of them not adding to society, so they're not paying taxes, and then they spending so much money for them. But like for example, like Vogel, my cousin went there, but he became an electrician.
Yeah,
he owned his own business now, so it's like he's like successful, but everybody doesn't get it's not going to be successful. So like they get a check though. That's another thing. Like they go to school, and then I think it's federal benefits. They get a check for going to school.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a federal program, which I think needs to be. If it's going to stay, I think either, you know what I'm gonna say on this, the churches need to step in and fund it, or the state, not the federal government. When you're trying to do a program for 50 states, it's hard to look over. That's why it's low graduation rates, because you can't really police it. So I would say it should be up to the states, and then they should have some type of requirement or some type of minimum to keep getting funded. It's just like free money going over. So I can understand why Trump is like, nah, it's not really doing anything. It's just a haven for future thugs and meth heads.
Well, I mean, with college degrees, they get loans too. That's another big problem in America, is all the regular college loans.
Yeah. Which I'm glad we need to do something about that too. Like if you can't afford to go to school, then I told you my solution. For the men, I guess the women too, since we being equal, make them do some type of manual labor for the infrastructure. Instead of just giving out school loans, there's things that need to be done in these cities and stuff that if you want these loans, you go put in a certain amount of hours. while you're in school to do it.
Well, what the government wants is return on their investment. They want to pay for you to go to school, and then they want you to go work and pay taxes.
Yeah.
So, like, that's like they feel like they're not getting a return on their investment with people.
Yeah, that's why I have them to do. If they want to be in the AC and do comfortable jobs, then you got to do something uncomfortable for 4 years, until you can to get the money. To me, that's a return on investment. I mean, if I get a free education, I'll go fill in potholes.
The money's good. Why not?
Yep.
Like I just looked it up. Like yeah, you said it's 38% graduate, and it costs $1.7 billion in the fiscal year 25.
Holy.
So it takes in 25,000 people a year across the nation. At 38%, that's 9,600 that are graduating from it. And the median average or wage that they would get out coming out of there is 16,000, like you said.
Yeah.
So they're only bringing in $161,376,750 a year.
Yeah.
For those 9,000 people. I mean, I
wrong.
agree with it just based off of taxpayer money going to this.
Yeah.
That's saving pretty much $1.4 billion a year, or 38%.
Mhm.
It's the same thing with schools. If a school's got a failing, like a low graduation number, they're gonna close that school and put them in a different school.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen in Florida plenty of times. Like they rezoned our area like 3-4 times because the middle schools there were shit.
So, Gray, as a Democrat, I mean, what's your?
I think that is bad because we already have a population that is uneducated, and then the other thing is like these are trade jobs. These aren't just like, okay, I'm gonna go get a history degree, I'm gonna go get an art degree. There's like real jobs where these people can go like work. Like one of the big things that's happened right now, I just read an article, and this is probably a part of the reason why they did this. Companies are hiring young men straight out of high school to do like trade jobs, electrician, plumbing, all of that, because there's so many people aging out that they just like, we'll get this young guy, just train him and pay for his license and stuff.
Yeah, apprenticeship.
Yeah, so I feel like as far as like electrician, plumbing, AC, I feel like that's the jobs that we want people to have. And I know some people don't want those jobs, but those jobs pay well, you know, like a corporate job.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel.
Any additional thoughts, Slim?
Nah, man, I'm good. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm just looking for the next big thing for them to mess with my boy on, and it looks like it's brewing. It look like it's
something
brewing.
New every day.
I ain't even know nothing about this, but I see where it's going. You know what I mean?
But I mean, it's like I said, it's a dumping ground.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with the cut.
Yeah, and that's why. Yeah,
they're gonna highlight it.
But it's like when because it's always the black community that's at the forefront of these things, or the first ones to complain. I'm like, when do we look at ourselves? Why, if that much money is being spent, why it shows a bigger problem? And like you said, they're gonna blame it on Trump instead of you already know where I'm going with this, fathers.
Yeah.
That's, to me, that's the whole thing. The left that was the left's whole mission, was to put all this stuff in place ever since the 60s. That was the whole mission, was to put these programs in place to replace the father, because they knew that this was going to keep being an issue. But they thought if we could just put these programs in the government, had a federal government funded, it would have the same outcome as having a father. And we're seeing that's not the case. Like I said, with the crime, the education, like I remember, I'll never forget. I just remember the 90s. Y'all probably remember this too. It was in rap music. Was talking about how cameras are going to be everywhere and you couldn't get away with nothing.
That's the reality now.
Can't get away with shit.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? You get away with everything.
all the way down to the green. Remember when Nas said, "Imagine smoking weed in the streets without cops harassing."
Yeah.
The first bar. That
Well,
dude
that's
is
happened.
real.
Yeah.
It's real. Especially in New York. They like in front of police officers, like, hey, what's up? It's crazy.
I mean, is it decriminalized or legal
Yeah,
or?
it's legal. Yo, Enzo will tell you.
It's recreational, I'm pretty sure, in New
Yeah.
York City.
Everywhere you went,
Well,
Enzo, I'm
every
sure you
corner you
smelled
go
it,
to
right?
is a smoke shop.
Yeah.
Like Times Square, there's like 4 of them in Times Square. And then they got the buses outside too.
Yeah. It's a hustle now.
It's crazy.
So we got Enzo. It's part of Man Cave. That's are you still in New York?
I'm
Or
in
you
Jersey.
back? Okay. Oh yeah. My
Yeah.
fault.
No, you good.
Well, I don't want to mess it up. You know what I'm saying?
No, you
If I
good, bro.
said
I mean, that's
you in
fine. You
New
can say you're
York,
from New
you know,
York.
y'all get
It's right
offended
there.
like we do in Missouri. We try to say I'm in Kansas. But I think Enzo, you got some commentary about your experience at the Diddy
So
trial?
yeah, Monday, me and Nora from the new party, we went to the Diddy trial, the trial of a century at this point, because everyone's talking about it. It's on all TV. It was a very cool experience, honestly, because I never thought that I would be able to go to some type of court case like that. So to be there, like, honestly, I don't give a shit about Diddy whatsoever. I'm just saying it straight up. I hope he goes to jail. Um, but it was just very cool being there and like seeing him in person. I've never seen Diddy in person. I'll say one thing. He's pretty fucking scary without his sunglasses on. He like stared everybody down in the courtroom, like that slow look at every single person before he sat down, and then was sitting there and like looking back and giving heart hands to everybody. It was just weird. Like, I don't know what it is or what's with him. Maybe because he's not on drugs now, that he's just acting weird. But he looks absolutely terrible. The Diddy that everybody knew is not there because one, he's gained quite a bit of pounds, and two, he's got like white hair and he looks like um I said it to Nora, what did I say? He's like a mixture between Bernie Mac and Morgan Freeman. That's exactly how I explained him.
Damn, so he looks stressed out.
Yeah. Like,
Say
so the day that we were there, they finally got the one co-conspirator to testify. I wasn't there for his testimony though. I'm pretty sure. Did it happen already, Greg? Eddie Garcia's?
It happened today.
Okay, yeah. I haven't heard anything. I haven't looked it up yet.
Okay.
But yeah, he waived his Fifth Amendment right to not incriminate himself, and I guess they brokered him a deal for immunity. So he spoke and agreed to that, and then they had Mia Moore on the stand, talking about her like relationship or what supposedly happened between her and Diddy. Honestly, I just thought it was complete bullshit and it was a complete act. Because one minute she's looking down like this, talking like a mope, and the next minute she's up like this, being all happy, reading the text messages. I just thought it was performative. I'm like, am I watching like a TV show in a court case or is this a real court case? Like, I can't tell right now. It seemed so performative to me. But yeah, and then we left, we got lunch, and then we stayed outside and like we went live, and I was just like asking random people on the street, "Do you think Diddy did it? What do you think about the case?" A bunch of people said, "Oh yeah, he definitely did it. He's guilty." I think there was like 3 or 4 that said that. 2 people said, "No, he didn't do it," and a couple were just like, "Oh, I'm not sure. I don't even know what's going on." And then I gotta get the clip from my live. I got the video of Eddie walking out. Pretty much everybody was there was like giving him shit, kind of, when he walked out and got to his car. And then Diddy's sons walked out. I got them on video, and then Diddy's mother too. Like Diddy's mom, I'm like maybe like 2 feet away from her, so it was pretty cool. But it was a great trip, honestly.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as the new evidence coming out, Gray, Slim, where y'all leaning at
That's on
this
y'all.
moment with it?
I think he done, man. I still think he cooked like French fries. He's finished, man.
So do you think he guilty, or do you think it's a mission?
I think again, they still. I mean, the meat and potatoes is still on the way. There's a lot of stuff that dropped, but it ain't over yet. I salute him for fighting it.
Yeah,
That's the best I could say. He know he guilty. If he wasn't guilty, so his people would step up. Think about it, who he is. You know what I mean? He ain't just Tyrone up the street. This is Diddy with people and colleagues and business partners. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like nobody knew about this. That's all I'm saying.
What about
They just not stepping up.
The people he pissed off bigger than him. I don't want to say.
The liquor company dudes. I know you're talking about. You know what I mean?
I don't want to say, but what I want to say, but what I want to, yeah. But
Johnson.
Right. But hey,
Gray.
Trump go pardon him.
He don't even like Trump. Trump don't like him.
I think with Diddy, with Kid Cudi, the stuff that Kid Cudi was saying, and like a lot of stuff the people saying, I feel like he might get hit with something. I still feel like he got a chance to beat the RICO, just because like Diddy was doing freak offs. He weren't really like selling drugs or something like that, or like where like to me, what Diddy was doing is completely different from what the mafia was doing. So it's like, and that's where we learned RICO from. So that's my whole take on
it. Yeah, that's where I'm at. And like I said, it's just like being against the whole Me Too thing and thinking it's garbage. Like I just feel like it's just a bigger version of it. To me, most of these women had plenty of chances to say no or walk away. What did Cat Williams say? Diddy likes to party, but you got to tell him no. That's where I'm at with it.
He got Young Thug and A$AP Rocky attorneys. They both beat their case, so we'll see.
Yeah, like I said, from what I'm hearing, it just seemed like, him beating on women, definitely deserves something for that. But the rest of the stuff, I feel like anybody that was there was volunteering. Most of them. What? I'm just saying. I'm not about to tolerate nothing I don't want to tolerate. I was in love. Nah, forget all that. I didn't been in love, but
y'all don't think y'all
gotta
don't
be a limit somewhere.
Y'all don't think this is like karma? You know, Biggie. You know,
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, like we still focusing on.
You know what? When I say it, I'm not, and this is not even say that I'm on Diddy's side. I do think he deserves a lot of karma. I'm just saying I think about things very, very logically. Like what they pulling them in court for, and they're trying to prove. I feel like they're reaching. That's what I'm saying. A RICO, one man.
Yeah, it's just a little crazy to me.
I just think those
it should have been some different charges or something.
Those unsolved cases regarding Pac and Biggie, I just think they on the way, bro.
But you know what I think it is too, like the fact that they had to go with these charges is because you can only go with certain charges on a federal level. The other stuff that I really think he's guilty of are state level charges.
Yeah, and he's still facing all those cases too. So he's still facing all those state charges too. Even if he gets pardoned, he's still fucked.
Yeah. So that's why I think the stuff that he's really guilty of, like the domestic violence, that type of stuff, is going to be more on the state level. The federal just want their hands in it somehow. Why, I don't know. Well, I do. I have a...
Make an example out of somebody?
Yeah.
Deflection.
Yep. And I'm not on Diddy's side either. I just feel like when your money long, you can beat a few cases. I mean, look at y'all boy, Teflon Don. He done beat
John Gotti.
It wasn't no real charges though.
Yeah,
but I'm saying
were made up.
That's what I'm saying.
About?
In general, if you have money, you're way more likely to beat a case than somebody.
Yeah, you can't. Trump is a bad example. You gotta say
Trump's not the Teflon Don.
You gotta use somebody like
They used to
O.J.
call him
Simpson.
that.
No, when
There
you
we
say
go.
that, you talking about John Gotti. That's
Yeah,
the only
but
Teflon Don.
they called John Gotti that Trump inherited it with his first term. Yeah, look it up. He did. He took it.
I don't agree. I don't agree with it. I don't
Harvey
agree with it. That's
Weinstein
not
money
the
was
same at
long
all.
too.
Yeah. Like I
Harvey
said,
Weinstein's
John
money was
Gotti
real
talk about
long.
beating cases. John Gotti beat them cases.
like I
All
said,
of
the
them.
best example was O.J. Simpson. If you want to use an example, let's go with O.J.
OJ caught a body though. They just get freaky. I mean, that's a big difference. Like they just having a
Nah,
good
see,
time.
this is what I'm saying. Y'all focused on that part of the situation. Wait till those murder. I mean, I can't say those unalive situations come up regarding him, man. Somebody finna testify. You'll see.
At least.
You'll see.
He behind both of them.
Yeah. You'll see.
Yeah. Like I said, it's more logic, but I don't think Diddy is innocent 100% by any means.
Not at all.
All right. Speaking of Trump and pardons, we got a couple people still on the loose from Louisiana.
Oh yeah.
And one of them popped up. So I'm gonna play this headline, get your opinion.
Oh, dude. I know where you're going now.
The last thing you might want to do is pop up on social media, but one inmate in last month's escape at a New Orleans jail apparently did pop up on Instagram, did it on Sunday. He called himself Antoine Massey and declared himself innocent of the crimes he's charged with, including rape and kidnapping, by the way. He also asked for help from rapper Lil Wayne and President Trump. The Associated Press says police pretty quickly raided a home where they thought the video was made. That's why you don't want to be on social media. 10 inmates, the background, broke out of that jail on May 16th. Only 2 are on the run. That's one of
them. So you think Trump pardoning people? Which Trump can't do shit for him anyway, but
another dumb. Never mind.
I love Trump, but I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen. You start feeding the cats, they all start coming. That's why I tell you don't feed the bears.
That's not Trump's fault. That's the Annabelle doll's fault. They took that Annabelle doll out, and then those motherfuckers escaped like a day later. Okay. And how stupid do you have to be on social media of all places? Like, come on now. At least put a mask on.
Yeah, and he said that he said they let me out. You seen that video?
Yeah.
He said they let me out. I ain't. And then later on in the video, he said that's why I ran. So he's contradicting.
But if they let you out, man, I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. You ever open the door, try to let a house cat out? It is not going out that door. I'm just ain't no let me out. You escape.
Yeah, he done. He's even in a worse situation. I heard he organized the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he was the ringleader of the whole shit. So that's even more charges. Just saying.
Yeah, they said he escaped what 5 other times?
Oh, for real?
Something, or no, he had other charges, but I think he's escaped before. It was 2 to 5 times.
He escaped as a juvenile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, so to speak on like street politics behind this, like that guy's father ran in the streets with Lil Wayne father. You know when Lil Wayne talks about rabbit in the songs? That guy father ran with Lil Wayne in the streets. And like New Orleans is like has been like the highest murder capital a few years, and then like it's a lot of people in prison. There's a lot of like street stuff that goes on in New Orleans, like Birdman, Cash Money, like they really live like that.
Yeah.
You know, so New Orleans
asked Lil Wayne to get his ass in the studio. That's what he should have did.
Oh, he should have became Lil Wayne?
He should have did something.
Yeah.
Now he asking his brother to get him out of jail. Help him out. Nah, Lil Wayne ain't gonna do it. He ain't even gonna respond to that. You watch. He don't live like that no more.
Yep. He didn't get through it enough.
Kicking his ex-wife out the crib. That's what Weezy got going on. He kicking out families in the street. You know what I'm saying? That dude ain't gonna win. He in trouble.
You don't know he's coming out with another album?
Carter 6. Carter
it's
6.
nowhere.
Man,
Like no hype.
I don't know.
I don't know. When is it supposed to drop?
Like in a week or two, I think, right?
Oh, for real?
I'm wrong. Something like that, right?
I don't know if
I
I'm
wouldn't
ready for
mind hearing
another
another Carter.
Carter album.
I fuck with Lil.
Okay, sorry.
I mess
2
with Lil
days.
Wayne.
Friday.
Oh, it's coming out this week.
Yeah, Friday.
Nice.
Man,
I'm gonna check it out.
Old ass Wayne, man.
Wayne still got bars, man.
The last one was not the best. I'm not gonna lie.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Anything after 4 in my eyes ain't good.
Yeah. But people gonna listen to it anyway because it's weird.
Absolutely. Come on.
I can't really see it.
I said him and Eminem just need to hang it up. Like, listen.
Nah,
Nah,
Eminem
album
still got bars though. Wayne
I
just
didn't
seemed
fuck with the
like
last album, not gonna lie.
The last
He
album
tried,
you ain't
bro,
like it?
like, nah, he just tried to recapture his old shit from from Encore, and I didn't like Encore to begin with, because that was just like complete satire in my eyes. That wasn't a real M. That was just like him just dissing everybody and on drugs the entire time, and that's exactly the vibe that I got from this. I'm like, the last album that I liked like that was Relapse, and that was it. Like Recovery was great. Marshall Mathers LP was great. Kamikaze was good. And this one I just can't. I don't like it. It's not his best in my eyes.
Damn. I kind of like that album.
Like there's like a couple songs. That's it.
yeah, Kamikaze was cool. That's the last one
Kamikaze
I
was
heard.
good. Yeah. Evan Joyner on that. Oh no, what Lucky You? That was my favorite song off that album.
Yeah.
All right, man. It is the month of God's promise. I mean, the rainbow. Pride.
No, we canceled that.
Huh?
No, I'll just wait.